Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. Many years ago, a man named Zhu Wenwu spotted 10 mystical rings. These relics blessed him with eternity and unrivaled power, allowing him to become a prevailing conqueror. He established a terrorist syndicate named Ten Rings Organization, which would spread everywhere over the millennium. Still, Wenwu was not satisfied. He sought to enter the ancient village of Talo, for its mythical creatures. He ventures into a bamboo maze and meets Ying Li in 1996, a woman protecting the entrance to Talo, who announces that he is not permitted to enter the village. Wenwu refuses to go back and starts fighting. The two lock eyes on many instances, and while he was defeated by Li, they fell for each other. Li cites this story to her young son Shang-Chi and gives him a green necklace to find his way back home. In the present day, Shang-Chi, now called Sean, and his best friend Katie Chen work as hotel servants in San Francisco. This annoys their friends Sue and John, along with Chen's parents, as Chen and Sean are more capable of their job. One morning, while they leave for work by bus, some men suddenly attacked Sean seeking his necklace. As he manages to confront them, Chen takes over the wheel after the bus driver is knocked out. While Sean throws his attackers out of the bus, Razor Fist appears and tries to kill him with his knife limb. While Sean succeeds in escaping unharmed, the assassin, working for the Ten Rings, has captured his pendant. Remembering a postcard apparently sent by his sister Zhu Xialing, Sean prepares to head for Macau. Chen insists on accompanying him, serious to learn who Sean truly is. On the flight, Sean discloses his true name to Chen and his life before meeting her. After the death of his mother, while he was 7, Wenwu began to train his son to convert him into an assassin. Under the harsh supervision of his instructor, the death dealer, Shang-Chi mastered many ways to murder a man. After 7 years of training, he was sent on a strike, but he escaped to San Francisco instead. After landing in Macau, Shang-Chi and Chen locate the address of the postcard as the Golden Daggers Club. However, while signing a form at the entrance of the building, Shang-Chi had placed his name in for a fight on the grand stage. As Chen observes, Shang-Chi faces a new female opponent whom he immediately recognizes as Xialing. Shang-Chi refuses the combat and tries to inform her about their father's imminent arrival, but he is knocked out. Xialing, angry at her brother for leaving her when he fled for San Francisco, discloses that she was not the one who sent the postcard. The Ten Rings pervade the club searching for Xialing's pendant. Shang-Chi and Chen are left on their own when Xialing desolates them for the elevator. They attempt to climb the structure outside to reach another elevator, but the terrorists attack them there. Shang-Chi fails to hold Chen when she begins to fall, but Xialing saves her. Death Dealer appears to grab Xialing's necklace, urging Shang-Chi to chase and fight him. Shang-Chi prepares to kill his instructor, remembering his harsh treatment during his childhood training. However, Wenwu stops Shang-Chi, who has already captured Xialing and Chen. They are taken back to the Ten Rings headquarters, where Wenwu discloses that his late wife has been appealing to him to come and save her. Telling that she had left her village to be with him, he believes that the people of Talo have confined her for that decision. Then, he generates a magical map made of water using the pendants from both his children. The map shows a clear path through the bamboo forest to Talo, which only opens before the King Ming festival. Wenwu discloses that he wants to burn the village of Talo down after saving his wife, a plan which estranges his children and Chen into raising their objections. For this, they are imprisoned. They finally meet a prisoner Trevor Slattery and his Dajian pet Morris, who unveils there's a way to pass through Talo's forest maze without waiting for the clear path to be revealed. Using a breakout route found by Xialing, the party enter the garage. After snatching Razor Fist's car, they fight off the Ten Rings and escape from the compound. Approaching the forest maze, Chen is guided by Morris and Slattery as she steers through the shifting bamboo to reach Talo. They manage to make it through unharmed. As they drive into Talo's village, they are faced by the locals, who impel them to turn back. However, Li's sister Ying Nan interferes, finally meeting her niece and nephew. Nan takes them through the history of the domain, once a prospering civilization. The appearance of the Dweller in Darkness and its army of Soul Eaters shattered Ta Lo to near destruction. Fortunately, the Great Protector interfered, and the Dweller was locked up in a cave, where it would begin to attract people to it by simulating the voices of their loved ones. Nan suspects that Wen Wu had fallen prey to the Dweller's power. As she trains Shang-Chi in aerokinetic martial arts, Xialing practices with a new rope dart, while Chen learns archery, all in preparation for Wen Wu's arrival. One night, Shang-Chi sitting alone at the lake reminds the knight of his mother's death, at the hands of his father's opponents, the Iron Gang. He discloses to Chen that he lied about not carrying out the strike against the gang's leader on his first mission. He reveals that he wants to kill his father for his involvement. The next day, Wen Wu and the Ten Rings begin their intrusion. Shang-Chi encounters his father, but Wen Wu defeats him and throws Shang-Chi into the lake. Wen Wu reaches the barrier and begins to attack it. As a result, Soul Eaters are released. When the soul of Death Dealer is taken, he is killed immediately, urging Razor Fist to associate the Ten Rings with Ta Lo's guardians to deal with the new threat. In the lake, Shang-Chi is saved by the Great Protector and arrives at the barrier to encounter his father once more. Wen Wu loses control of his rings to Shang-Chi during the fight but is saved. Shang-Chi announces that his family needs him. Soon after, the Dweller in Darkness appears from the weakened barrier and eats Wen Wu's soul, but not before he is able to save his son, passing his rings unto him. The Great Protector is nearly killed by Soul Eaters and the Dweller when Xialing and Chen save him. Shang-Chi uses the rings to tear the Dweller into pieces with the help of his sister and the Great Protector, ending the battle. Although victorious, both the people of Ta Lo and the Ten Rings endured heavy losses. The surviving warriors, including Nan, the Ten Rings, and Slattery, hold a funeral to honor the dead. Shang-Chi says goodbye to his father. He and Chen return to San Francisco and tell their adventure to Sue and John, who do not believe them. Wong appears from a portal and brings Shang-Chi and Chen to Camartage to discuss the origin of his father's rings. Carol Danvers and Bruce Banner are contacted for help, but they prove to be naive. Upon further examination, the mystical remains are shown to have a flare transmitting a baffling message. Meanwhile, Xialing returns to the Ten Rings headquarters and becomes the new leader of the organization.